Okay, hi everyone, it's Wabala Brooke. Just having a moment. Again, it's 11:03 on Sunday, 2023, September 17. Hollering, I never use that word, to you from Southern California. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to do with these recordings ultimately, but if I do end up publishing them, welcome, thank you for joining us. Just having a kind of a moment right now. I was doing some work in my online store. I have a couple of stores on eBay. I'll give you those links later because that's not what we're doing now. And I called home to work on my plans of my trip to South Africa, which is where I'm from, hence the accent. And I talked to Mom. Hold on. I'm doing this recording right now because I need to talk to someone and I could use a hug. So I thought, let me take this and just talk. But I'm wondering if this is a good idea because my number one form of, my number one tool in my toolbox is usually, avoidance. Just pretending that something doesn't happen, hasn't happened or is not happening. So I'm like, should I do that? Or should I continue it? Because now I'm feeling emotional just thinking about what had upset me. Not sure. Because I called, something that came up when my mom and I were talking on the phone triggered me and really upset me so much that I wasn't able to pretend that I was not crying on the phone. I hate being vulnerable. And this is something that affected my whole family. So I just pretend that I'm okay because I don't want to trigger someone else to be upset as well and then have it be like a domino effect. But I couldn't pretend. I don't want to be stuck in that place right now. I wasn't crying until I took this, but I was vibrating on a very low level. And I was like, how do I get myself out of it? So I tried calling one of my family members and they weren't available. They sent me a text. I just called them just so I can talk about other things and do what I do best and avoid dealing. But they weren't available. And I was like, who else can I talk to? I was like, this person's on vacation, that person is doing this, that person. And I was like, let me... And then I was like, should I just take a shower, get in my car, and go somewhere? I'm like, I have so many things that I was excited to finally be in the right frame of mind to take care of them today. So it's not a waste of a day to take care of my emotional well-being, but at the same time, and as much as I would like to do nothing else in my life and just focus on my emotional health, mental health, I got things to do and there are deadlines. So I'm like, that's when I was like, okay, what else do I have? What other tool do I have in my toolbox that I can use other than what I've just mentioned? So I got a text from the family member that I called to distract myself with, and they said basically they don't have Wi-Fi where they are. They're traveling, so they won't be able to talk. And they were like, is everything okay? Normally I would have just said no. And I thought, you know what? Everything's not okay. Everything's not okay right now. It will be, but it's not. And that's why I called. So I was like, no, I was feeling a bit down and I could have used, I hate being vulnerable. So I thought, fuck it. So I said, no, I was feeling a bit down and I just wanted a distraction. That's why I called. They haven't replied yet. It doesn't matter if they do or they don't. It's just that. And I was like, I could tell them what was causing me to feel down. And I thought, because, like I said, it's a family issue. I don't want to trigger them. Maybe they're having a nice day. Maybe they're not. But I don't want to make them upset. So after that message, then that's when I was like, what am I going to do with myself? It's like, this is why I don't like to be vulnerable. It's hard for me to, I'm sorry, I get like a little like scared, like, oh, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to, I get like scared, like, of like feelings, of my feelings. They become overwhelming when I feel like I do now. So I'm like, am I gonna be able to feel better? How long is it gonna take me? Am I gonna be sad all day? I don't wanna be. It's scary. It's like a scary place that I just opened a door to, and now like, oh my God, how am I going to shut this door again? Is this door gonna be able to shut even? So I'm like, oh, sure. I feel like I'm scared. I've never actually put all of this in words like I am right now. So I was like, just pick this thing up, click record, and start talking about it. So I know I still haven't told you exactly what the trigger was because I'm still toying with the idea. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to my family and to me, in my opinion. It's a loss of a loved one that is so it's been so many years. But if you want me to cry on cue, bring that up. I can't get used to it. And sometimes I'm like, oh wow, I think I'm doing better. Then I realize, that was a false alarm. Fake news, not feeling better about it. And it's not a terrible thing because it's a sign that you loved somebody so much that it hurts not having them around. You know what? Maybe I'm not going to do this recording. I don't want to wallow. I feel like I'm wallowing in self-pity. It's another waste of time. So, I tried. We did 8 minutes of this. Maybe after a while longer, I'm going to feel better. But it's not fun. Maybe it's better for other things that are not this emotional. It's better for things that I try not to tap into. We need to find something else to distract me other than this one. Probably going outside. I'm gonna step outside just now. But first I have to put on clothes. So, yeah, my stores, currently the names of my stores are, just so you know, because I brought them up. I have 3 right now on eBay. My name is Babala Brooke. So, hold on one second. My nose is crazy. Okay. I beg your pardon. My store names are The Lovely Brooke, which obviously self-explanatory. The Lovely Brooke, one word. The other one is My Brooke, duh. And the other one currently goes by Little Deer, Deer, Little Deer, but I intend to change that to Trucker Brooke, Trucker Brooke, because I'm a former truck driver and will always be a truck driver in my mouth with all the fucking cussing that I do. So, excuse me, so it's probably going to be Trucker Brooke, My Brooke, and The Lovely Brooke. But if you don't find Trucker Brooke, it's gonna be Little Deer. They're all on eBay, and I do international shipping depending on where you are. In case you need to know that, And I also have a blog, babalabrooke.com, and I am on YouTube with a couple vlogs, maybe hundreds of vlogs. That's also Babala Brooke. I'm just telling you that, and you can find me at Babala Brooke everywhere. That's BABALWA Brooke. This should be written somewhere on this podcast if this ends up being a podcast. Who knows? We don't know. Right now I'm just using this as a form of therapy, just to get this out. Oh, I just saw Rika, and immediately I thought it's Africa. Then I opened up and I realized it's America. I feel like I didn't even realize that Africa and America end with Rika. I know that's like a random fun fact. I don't know how fun it is. All right. You know what? Oh my gosh, this works every time. Maybe I didn't need to talk about exactly what the problem was, but I needed to talk. Oh my God. Which is what I was trying to do when I tried to call that person. Was to talk not about what the problem was. But for some reason, when I came on here, I started regurgitating and talking about what the problem was, what the thing was. I tried to go there because I'm trying to be, that person who doesn't avoid and whatever. I guess. I don't even know if I'm really trying to be that, because I also am very proud to be set in my ways, because at my age, it's like it's fine. Like, accept everything. It's all good. It's fine. Thank God. But I just realized I actually feel better. Holy smokes. Isn't that funny? I actually just realized that I feel better now that I gave up on trying, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get off this. We're not going to use it. This is not going to be the method. Well, I don't have to repeat this. You already know. I said this 3 minutes ago, literally. Holy smokes, I feel better. Wow. It's like a thing that just went ding. I should publish this. If only... I feel like the reason that I am considering to put this out, or have put this out, depending, if you will end up hearing this, is not for research purposes, but I should list these shoes. And Marino. Looks like a vintage shoe, and they're new. All materials man-made. I don't know, they look great. Anyway, the reason that I'm seriously contemplating putting this out there is because it's like I feel like someone will benefit from this. I feel like there's so much potential in other people who have mental health issues, which in my humble opinion includes everybody. I'm not saying, people are mentally handicapped. I'm saying mental health affects all of us, because we all have mentals. We all have brains, or what's mental? So I feel like if somebody were to listen and watch somebody else's journey and how they get to the other side of it, maybe they can learn a thing or two. I'm not necessarily sitting here giving lessons or teachings or whatever, but it's literally like a live event, because of how, when we started here, I was a mess, and now I'm a mess, but a much better, a pretty mess. If you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that's a nudge, wink, wink. So that's why if I do end up putting this out there and you're listening to it and you're like, what a narcissist, all she does is talk about herself. That's the thought process behind it. And of course, if you still feel like, oh my God, she really is a narcissist, she's justifying it, well then bye. Like, go find a podcaster that's not a narcissist, because I think that you have to have a little bit of that narcissism to be that person who does these things in this kind of entertainment, quote unquote, industry. That's maybe an unpopular opinion, but the podcasts that I've listened to, I'm like, some of them. Anyway, whatever. But that's the thought process behind it. Okay, I'm going to go now because I need to use the restroom. been drinking a lot. Oh my gosh, thank you for this opportunity and this platform, and the idea to pick this up and start doing the recordings. Now I'm going to contact that family member and tell them, hey, I'm fine now, don't worry about it. Yay!